Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the hashtag SCUF40K here live on Championship Sunday. Courage joined by Fox. Fox, we just saw FaZe take down their opponents 3-0. That sets up the winner's bracket final between Denial and FaZe. But now we have a losers round 5 matchup between Optic Gaming and ISO.
Yeah, that FaZe match was crazy. I thought it would be a 3-1, and it definitely should have been. They should have taken that comeback uplink as I expected, but all the missed opportunities and everything, kind of rough. But we're moving on here. Optic Gaming versus Isolation. ISO did just beat Rise. Am I correct in assuming that?
Yes. So basically, here's what happened. If you weren't able to tune in, it was live in the venue. Game 5, it went to round 11. ISO versus Rise. It's a 2-on-4. I walked in the booth. I said, who clutched up for you guys? God, RX, and Silly went absolutely off. Apparently, Silly had an ace in the final round, or close to an ace when we had 3 of the kills. Absolutely incredible performance there. You know they are feeling good going into this matchup.
Yeah, it's interesting to see God RX back on the team. I'm pretty sure it was Silly that took his spot on the team, right?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that wound up breaking down. I know they had a sub in for this weekend. Lamagod couldn't make it here, but we do have the player cards for these two teams. Let's take a look at ISO. There's Havoc, Silly, Dito, and God RX. Dito has been with the squad for so long now.
Cool guy, Dito.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people giving him props the other day because he has built this squad to now be in the Season 3 Pro League. So far this weekend, they moved through their pool. They lost 3-1 to FaZe in the Championship Winners Round 1, but then clutched up that Game 5, Round 11 against Rise. On the other side of the booth, though, they have, well, arguably the best team in the world, SCUF, Formal, Crimsix, and Karma. Absolutely dominant in the last 2 UMG events. They lost to Epsilon, though, 3-1 in the winner's bracket, round 1. And on the second side of things, they beat TK 3-0.
Yeah, something that no one would have expected was to see the team at the bottom of the league come through and beat Optic Gaming, the best team in Call of Duty right now. Very impressive performance out of Epsilon. You got to wonder what's going through Optic Gaming's head after something like that happens. I see them speaking about how they just sort of did not expect much from them and just underestimated them, and it came back to bite them.
Exactly. Nothing to lose here for this Isolation squad. You know they're going to be going into it, giving it their all. Let's take a look quickly at the maps in the series. Reminder, this is a loser's bracket round 5 matchup. Game number 1 is going to be Retreat Hardpoint. Optic. Oh, they couldn't be happier to have this map to start things off.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a map. That's an Optic Gaming map right there. But at the same time, we also assumed that they would just sweep Epsilon. That didn't happen. So surprises happen all over the place this weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Game 2 would be Recovery, Search, and Destroy. Game 3, Uplink on Comeback. Game 4, Hardpoint on Detroit. Game number 5 would be Search and Destroy on Biolab. We are going to have to quickly start the series. A player dropped just as we were about to start it up. But one thing I do want to point out, really, Retreat Hardpoint going to be an absolutely electric map. Yesterday, I was talking to the players in the Pro Lounge, and I was basically asking, who's arguably the best player on Championship Sunday?
What was the answer?
Undeniable answer was Formal. People were saying Formal is the best. Crimsix is right up there as well. Formal, through all of AW, has just been that consistent player for whatever team he's on.
I feel like you can make a case
in the finals of the match.
You can make a case for anybody on this Optic roster right now, though. Obviously, those are the 2 people that come to mind right away. But certainly, anyone on this team is capable of having such a title.
Oh, 100%. Now, obviously, this event would not be possible without our great sponsors. Got to give them a shout out here. G Fuel, their new flavor, the mystery flavor. I was trying to ask and find out what it is. They wouldn't even tell me, which that kind of scares me, but it also sounds absolutely incredible. Operation Supply Drop. There's a charity raffle going on in the venue. Be sure to donate online at umggaming.com. Everyone who donates gets a double XP pack. SCUF, their SCUF Infinity 1 controller. Use code UMG for 5% off. Control Freak. Use the hashtag KFMVP all weekend long for a chance to win Control Freak products. Pro Kits, their new UMG backpack, absolutely incredible. I was taking a look at it, actually. Compartments for everything you could ever need.
You can get your own logo on there, too, right?
Yeah, it's a sick setup they have there. And then finally, BenQ, the monitors we're using all weekend long. You can go on the UMG Events Twitter, follow BenQ, and hit that retweet button on the giveaway tweet to win one of their professional model monitors. All players are in the lobby. We're starting this one up here. Game number 1, Retreat Hardpoint going to be underway. Fox predictions here for this map.
Pretty safe to say Optic Gaming can take this map. Isolation has, in the past, given surprising teams a run for their money, though, even on their strongest maps. So we'll just have to see how this turns out.
I'm going to test this crowd here. I'm looking out there right now. People are beginning to swarm into the venue. I'm telling you right now, you guys better get loud. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited between this matchup of Optic Gaming and ISO? Oh, gosh.
Sounds like
oh,
a
gosh.
pretty decent response,
I could have heard a pin drop there. I
was
could have
ours,
heard a pin drop. Ladies and gentlemen, are you excited for this matchup between Optic Gaming and ISO? There we go. That's what it's all about.
Even the Pro Lounge got loud.
That guy in the red hat makes me happy.
Let's go.
We're on board with Crim6 off the start. Let's see if the robot is in full form.
Crim6 playing towels all the time. Whenever I see this team play Retreat Hardpoint, he's always the player to sit here throughout the entire 60 seconds of the hill. Popping some shots off there, but he's going to fall. It looks like SCUF is the one to hold the Hardpoint down for Optic Gaming.
SCUF trying to stay alive, challenges one player in Art. He winds up falling. Early hill control going in favor of Optic. Karma starting 2-0. We've seen this more and more this weekend. The bow player will sit inside towels, cut off the players, rotating for pool, and then immediately help on either side where their teammates need assistance. Karma winds up falling. SCUF drops as well. Optic Gaming up by 9.
There's Formal coming through
Oh
towards
my
SCUF.
goodness.
Pops off the two-piece. One more player just outside of him at bar. Finishes him off with
Whoa.
the 3-piece. There it is. Top Jim.
Make it all 4, baby. This
Formal
is that
cut these
championship
players
Sunday.
down for the Bloodthirsty.
Championship Sunday. Formal is in full effect on a 5 streak. He's starting off 7-1. Optic Gaming gonna win the rotate here towards Statue. Let's see if ISO can break it.
It's definitely often you see the assault rifle starting off hot on a map like Retreat Hardpoint.
Oh, absolutely. Still has those 2 Semtexes. Finds another kill on Formal. He makes it 6. He finally gets cut down from behind. SCUF alive inside the hill, getting challenged from 2 areas. Utilizing some help from his teammates. He's somehow still alive. Karma picks up a 2-piece. Crim does of his own. 30-second lead for Optic Gaming.
SCUF didn't have to fire once until just then. The second wave of enemies come flooding in from pool. Dito taking point with that assault rifle. Takes one player down, but there is a player coming from arches and backsteps. Backsteps, falls, but now it looks like all of the players on isolation are spawning back there again and making another push.
A beautiful stun there from the boys on Optic Gaming, taking down Dito. Silly, last alive for his team, wins a nice gunfight versus Formal. ISO staying within 20 seconds of Optic Gaming. Dito still alive in the Hardpoint.
That's going to be Optic Gaming coming in, trying to take over SCUF and Crim in the hill. Just 4 seconds remain in this Hardpoint. The scrap time is going to go to Optic Gaming.
The first push for Optic going to come from SCUF inside this Hardpoint. He's got one player to beat. Spots him jumping towards that back bar area. He winds up falling to Havoc. Got RX still inside the hill with that bow. Picks up one, not able to connect with the second. Karma staying alive. He drops as well. Trading kills back and forth are these 2 teams.
Courage, I have to ask you, who do you expect in isolation to do the most damage inside of this hill?
I mean, right now it's got to be Havoc. He picked up 2, but Karma answered right back. He's that sub player. He's struggling at 5-9 right now, leading his team in caps. If he can begin to heat up, they might be able to come back in this game.
Yeah, with Karma and SCUF having it for him to have to answer to, it's going to be rough.
Oh.
Karma able to just run around in circles here and just wait and figure out where they're spawning and pushing from. He hasn't had to do too much yet.
Okay.
So much uncontested time.
Okay, Formal 17-5. I'm not switching off of him or else I might get a death threat from Maven. 18-5. Make it another 4 streak. You can see all the players spawning up at that pool wall. Unfortunately for them, they have arguably the best bow player in the world aiming down his sights.
Yeah, setting up another Bloodthirsty too. And look, we got SCUF going on a 7 streak moving on to this next hill.
Okay, I don't know who to watch. They're all killing everything.
If we could just pull up all 4 players, I think we'd satisfy everyone. But Karma right there, going to fall on the hard point. SCUF also going to die off of his streak. Both him and Formal are really keeping this Optic Gaming alive right now.
Right now, Optic Gaming is already positive 20 in the slaying department. All 4 players negative for ISO. They're going to need to change that quickly before the score gets out of hand.
The boost is coming right there from Dito, but he's cut short midair. SCUF and Formal once again leading this kill column. Silly's going to fall. SCUF getting a 2 or 3 piece right there. Multiple kills going down from this sub player.
You can see Optic Gaming's game plan on this bottom dirt hill is coming into full effect. Formal is laying down shots on bottom jungle with the bow. SCUF pushing it through with his sub with Karma's help inside the hard point. They are almost untouchable on this hill. Dito trying to challenge. Formal is somehow still alive. There, he finally falls.
Formal's a freak. He was just triple positive, and we're not even halfway done with the first set of hills yet. That's absolutely ridiculous. Crim is going to get this uncontested scrap time. There is one player waiting for him on the cut, though. Looks like he's going to give that up and just make the push.
Karma weak backstairs. You know, this is what separates a good player from the best. Waiting for his team to begin the push in through bottom lobby. Able to pick up 1 kill. He gets traded, but here comes the help from Formal. He's 23-8. Whether it's in the hill, whether he's slaying around it, everything going in his favor. picks up another kill there after he just stuck Dito with that Semtex.
Sticks him to his chest. A little bit of bad timing there. Formal could have stayed alive, but Dito just came a little late. Crimsix taking point on the stairs. We have to figure out where is Isolation pushing from. 3 players coming from backstairs. They're going to separate. Dito goes bottom art. He knows someone's middle map, loses the gunfight, tagged up a bit. Formal finishes him off.
You can see Dito missed a couple shots on Formal, and he gets punished for it. 136 to 36. A 100-second lead, Fox, and we're not even through the first rotation of hills. Karma's dolphin diving in the hill. Everyone's on point for Optic Gaming.
10 seconds left in a 100-second difference. It's not often you see comebacks like this happen, especially when you have Formal and SCUF at the top of the scoreboard. It's not looking too good for Isolation right now.
They're already almost positive 40 in the slaying department. This is something we saw online in the Pro League earlier on in this week. It was a Solar Hardpoint. Optic Gaming went positive 45 and beat TCM 250 to 75. They're on point, on pace to do it here up against ISO. GodRx finally getting some time for his team.
And really, that's just a godsend for Optic Gaming to be able to play all these hard points. With CTF removed, even though they were already the best team in the game, seeing CTF gone and having more hard points in effect, that's not what you needed if you're not Optic Gaming.
Formal is winning every gun engagement he gets into. 34 and 12. He's on another 4 streak, finally getting challenged by 2 players inside towels. He'll fall. Crimsix drops as well. SCUF, the last remaining line of defense. He's getting pushed from multiple angles. Not able to connect with the kill. Finally, though, he gets some help from Karma, the 2-time World Championship player coming in clutch for Optic Gaming.
The 2-man push from towels right there looked like it could have been effective. Neither Crim nor Karma were in there like they usually are. But though both of those players both locked and tunnel vision onto one specific player, SCUF was able to come out with a 2-piece.
Still a 100-second lead for Optic Gaming. The early rotation to statue in favor of ISO. Let's see how long they can hold it.
All right, GodRx leading this rotation for Isolation. There are 2 players on wall, though. Silly has to answer to them, misses the stomp. Formal drops him. Now it's up to GodRx to clutch up against this entire Optic Gaming roster. There is one teammate directly in front of him, though. That's going to be Havoc.
Ooh, nice win. Big win against Formal there for GodRx. He clutched up in that series versus Rise in round 11.
There it is.
Havoc picks up the 2-piece. He's beginning to heat up on a 4 streak. They're still down by 80 seconds, though. The push from Optic Gaming is unrelenting. Another player hopping in from pool wall. That's Karma. He winds up falling as well.
Let's see right there. I did ask you, who do you expect to see active on these hard points for Isolation, and it was Havoc going on that 4 streak.
Yeah.
Stayed alive as long as he could, but you can only do but so much when you have this wall of blue just swarming you.
It's a tough spot for him to be in because this entire series is going to be the Havoc versus SCUF battles there. He's able to take him down with those first shots on him. The rotation to the lobby hardpoint begins now. Still a 1-minute difference between these 2 teams.
GodRx trying to catch players on the cut, not able to get it done. SCUF's going through middle map untouched until just now. Mid-gunfight, he's going to just pre-fire here, trying to wait for his team to move up and get a little bit closer. So smart, SCUF bait and switching that player.
Crimsix picks up 2. Karma finds another. The spawn's coming from Cave, though. Optic Gaming yet to realize there's Formal picking up 1. Not able to connect with the second. 171 to 111. Can Optic Gaming hold on?
11 captures out of SCUF, 10 captures out of Karma before he falls. All players across Optic Gaming except for Crimsix going positive.
Okay.
But when you got so many kills going around between Formal and SCUF, it's hard to get it done.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to show everybody love, but Formal just can't be stopped. 43 and 21. He's double positive, and there's still 2 minutes remaining in the game. Winning another gunfight there on top pool wall. He just can't be stopped.
Oh, he's definitely going to reach this 50 bomb. 2 minutes to work with, and he was already, what, plus 20 when we went in the second set of hills? It's going to be easy for Formal from here on out.
Crimsix finally falls inside the hard point. That was Dito breaking it for his squad. The rotation to bottom dirt. This is where it can get scary for ISO. SCUF's going to be the first one in the hill. He takes down Havoc, traded by GodRx. The push from jungle, shooting down the player in spot, not able to connect. Formal now dropping down with the help of Crimsix. Optic Gaming beginning to push out this hill.
There it is, Silly trying to go for the 2-piece right there. Could not connect with the shots on the player outside bar. Hasn't fallen yet, though. He's just going to pre-fire, taking players out on Gym. There's 2 more Optic Gaming guys on the hill.
Nice
Drops
win.
another one. Silly staying alive for Isolation.
SCUF with 14 captures, 33 and 25. He's able to break this hill. Picks up another kill on Havoc. Now challenges the player on top dub. Hits the hip fire as well. SCUF is just winning all those gunfights, pushing out the hill for his team. Formal will sit here all day long like a turret, winning every gunfight he gets in.
Formal just beat SCUF's record on this map. SCUF did drop 46 kills on Hardpoint. He's approaching Clayster and Aqua's records now.
Formal sitting at 47 and 26, Crimsix at 26 and 28. Might not be the biggest game for him, but the rest of his team is absolutely dominating. ISO down by almost 100 seconds. Yet again, they have the full rotation here. Fox, this game's been over for a little while now. If you're on ISO, what are you saying to each other? How do you guys get back into the game
really,
for map number 2?
You just shake this off. Everyone assumes that Optic is going to take the hard point. It's really a surprise when it's even a challenge. So you just got to hope you can take that S&D, and Isolation is a solid search and destroy squad, so we just have to wait and see.
Optic Gaming winning by 42 kills in the slaying department. There is no way you will be able to take map number 1 against them. ISO just doing all they can to get some get some time in their favor. There's Karma Dolphin diving again through the door, something we've seen new to AW in the last really month, where players have begun to notice a new technique you can do with the movement in the game, as if it already wasn't crazy enough. Isolation holding this last hill very strong, but you gotta give props to Formal finishing the game 51-29. The explosive game number 1 there from Optic Gaming.
Yeah, and if we pull up the scoreboard here and you look at it, Formal not having a whole lot of captures. It was the same story in the solar map that they just played. You don't expect Formal to get on the hill like that.
Yeah.
Crim obviously going negative, completely irrelevant. It's fine when you have all these players getting all the other kills you need. You don't expect Formal to get on the hill. You don't expect everybody to go super positive.
Absolutely ridiculous stuff there. We said prior to that game, GodRx is going to have an uphill battle with the strong BAL players of Optic Gaming. Formal wins that one for his team. SCUF was doing everything in the objective. Havoc did all he could there, finishing with the most kills, captures, defends for his team, finishing at 34-38. But unfortunately, it was too little too late for Isolation's Empire. Game number 2, Riot Search and Destroy, is up next. Stay tuned.